Alright, back here I'm going to do a little talk about the engine that I've got done, and I'm really excited to show you some parts. We're going to do a little reveal because I think it looks pretty sweet. So it's still Sunday, same day I just got back. I'm going to post all this stuff tonight, and hopefully you guys like what I've got going on here. So this is what, turn on my light, and so this is what I got going. I was working on this right before I left for vacation. So there it is. Little West Coast head that I picked up. Got crazy lucky to get this thing because I've been trying to get one of these heads forever, and I've never been able to get one. Nobody wants to give them up. So this is an interchangeable dome head, so it's got the interchangeable domes in it, all that good stuff. So that's pretty sweet. And then this is just my Kaufman exhaust, which I kept saying I was going to make a video about, but I didn't. So here it is, and it's all massive oversized water fittings, like, or not really oversized I guess, but like drilled out water fittings. I put a pretty big drill bit through all these water fittings here. Also the back one there. So we've got it all together, all torqued down, ready to go. We got the firepower on here. I've just got to throw these nuts down, and I figured I would probably, like, I just kind of wanted the look of it, but when I install the engine, I'm probably going to pop this off so I don't scratch up the new powder coat or anything, but I think it looks pretty crazy. And unfortunately, I kind of wanted to throw the carburetor on before I did the engine reveal, but I was a little bit excited to show the West Coast head that I got here because this thing is clean, and I hope it performs great. So basically we've got a Kaufman full pipe, which I've actually got the rest of the pipe here. Put a big drill bit through there also. That's just the stinger, and then the actual other parts up in my bedroom. I didn't want to like clutter up down here too much, because as you can see, it's like jet ski graveyard down here. So, but I can still talk about my carburetor setup that I'm going to throw on there. It's super basic. So basically I'm just going to use this intake manifold. I got to clean it up and stuff. I just didn't feel like doing it before I left, and got stuff to do, so I wanted to throw this video out. So here's the intake manifold before I cleaned it up, or before I clean it up. So that's just a stock manifold, no big deal here. Gonna look like that. And then this is the carburetor I'm using, and I'm gonna remove the pump side of all of this. So if I set this down, I'm just gonna remove all of this and then replace it with that Blosian block off plate, and then that'll be ready to go. And then I'm gonna use that external fuel pump. So that's kind of the setup for the carburetor. It's gonna look good. I'm excited about it. So that's that. And then so there's the engine. We'll see how it goes. I mean, West Coast head, interchangeable domes, all that stuff. Kaufman full pipe, just kind of a basic manifold. Obviously has like the supports and all that crap. A piece of, I'm really worried about this starter because it's an SPT starter, and I've had it for like probably I got the thing probably about 4 years or 5 years ago, and that carburetor's been on it the whole time. Oh, I also got this cooling line and fuel line blue, and to match the whole look of the ski, but that's not really a big deal. But so anywho, I got this thing probably about 5 years ago, and the starter went out in the second season I had it, so I just Loctited it all back together. The gear actually fell off in here, and so it was a mess. So I had to do that, Loctite the whole thing back together, which was not the right idea. But I was broke and really young, so I didn't feel like buying a new starter. So I used that one, changed it again, and then it like ended up dying. So then I got the SPT starter because I didn't know any better, and now it's been on there for probably 3 years, and people seem to have really bad luck with these things. So I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna like go out on me with the higher compression and stuff, but we're rolling with it. We're just gonna see where it takes us, because I have no extra starters right now. I could have bought the guys, but that I got all this stuff off of his ski, but I just did not want to spend the money right now because I spent way too much money on this thing already, and I have other stuff I have to take care of. But so I've got that starter on it, which is a little bit concerning, but we'll see how it goes. And then just my carburetor setup, stock Manny, SBN44 pump delete, external fuel pump, and then this pretty sick Jetnetics like air cleaner, which is way over the top and just looks crazy, so I like it. So that's the engine. It has obviously WSM forged pistons, 1 millimeter over, or no, I take that back, 0.5 millimeters over. So it's like the in-between. I still have one more time I could use this cylinder if something happens. So there it is. And come winter, I'm gonna tear this thing down and just freshen it all up, do the crank, send the crank to ADR, because this engine is pretty tired. Crank seals are a must. I'm a little worried about that, but we're gonna run it and see how it goes. So I'm excited, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the build, and I will come to you guys in the next video with some more updates. And like, subscribe, and throw comments about anything that you want to see on the channel, and I can make how-tos, videos, questions. I try to answer you guys right away, so I'm here to help, and I'll see you guys in the next one.